During the First World War, letters were the main link between soldiers and their families, easing the pain of separation. The British Army Postal Service handled nearly 2 billion letters, with over 19,000 mail bags crossing the Channel daily in 1917. Soldiers wrote whenever they could, from muddy trenches or brief moments of calm, while censorship limited what they could say. Still, their words reveal powerful personal insights into life at war. Mail from home lifted morale and kept people connected across vast distances. Today, around 7,500 collections of these letters survive, offering a vivid glimpse into the everyday realities of wartime Britain. In September 1916, schoolboy Patrick Blundstone from Cuffley, Hertfordshire, wrote to his father in London, describing the dramatic sight of a Zeppelin crashing in flames near his home. In vivid detail, he mentioned the burned crew and praised the bravery of Lieutenant William Leaf Robinson, V.C., who brought the airship down. His letter, along with 4 postcards showing the scene, offers a rare first-hand glimpse of how even children witnessed and recorded the impact of war on everyday life.
Dear Daddy, I hope you are not alarmed. You should not be, unless you know where one of the Zeps went. I have heard that it raided London up the Strand and caused heavy casualties. But this I know because I saw, and so did everyone else in the house. Here is my story. I heard the clock strike 11 o'clock. I was in bed and just going to sleep. Between 2 o'clock and 2:30 o'clock, Lily, the servant, woke Miss Willie and told her she could hear the guns. Miss Willie woke Pullman and told him to wake me. He did so. Miss Willie helped Mrs. Willie downstairs. We were all awake by now. We had a Miss Blair staying with us for the weekend. We saw flashes and then heard bangs and pops. Suddenly, a bright yellow light appeared and died down again. "Oh, it's all right," said Pullman. "It's only a star shell." That light appeared again and we, Miss Blair, Pullman and I, rushed to the window and looked out. And there, right above us, was the Zepp. It had broken in half and was like this. It was in flames, roaring and crackling. It went slightly to the right and crashed down into a field. It was about 100 yards away from the house and directly opposite us. It nearly burnt itself out when it was finished by the Cheshire Fire Brigade. I would rather not describe the condition of the crew. Of course they were dead, burnt to death. They were roasted. There was absolutely no other word for it. They were brown, like the outside of roast beef. One had his legs off at the knees, and you could see the joint. The Zepp was bombed from an aeroplane above with an incendiary bomb by a Lieutenant Robertson Johnson. We have some relics, some wire and wood framework. The weather is beastly, but Mrs. and Miss Willie are jolly people. Hoping you are all well. Love to all. Your loving son, Patrick. Please don't be alarmed. All is well that ends well, and this did for us. We are all quite safe.
In early 1917, Emily Chitticks wrote to her fiancé, Private William Martin, unaware he had been killed in action on 27 March 1917 while serving with the 8th Battalion, Devonshire Regiment in France. Her heartfelt letter stands as a poignant reminder of love, hope, and loss during the First World War.
My dearest Will, I feel I must write you again, dear, although there is not much news to tell you. I wonder how you are getting on. I shall be so relieved to get a letter from you. I can't help feeling a bit anxious, dear. I know how you must have felt, darling, when you did not get my letters for so long. Of course, I know, dear, you will write as soon as ever you can, but the time seems so dull and weary without any news of you. If only this war was over, dear, and we were together again. It will be one day, I suppose. Don't think, dear, I am worrying unnecessarily about you, because I know God can take care of you wherever you are, and if it's His will, darling, He will saw you to come back to me. That's how I feel about it, dear. If we only put our trust in Him, I am sure He will. I wonder how your cousins are getting on, dear. We are feeling very anxious about George, as no news has come from him yet. We can't understand why his wife doesn't write. How are your hands now, dear? Mine are very sore, so chapped, and my left hand has got several chilblains on it, and they do irritate. I could scratch it to bits. Have you been receiving the books I have sent you, dear? I am very pleased to say, dear, I am keeping very well indeed, and I trust you are the same. There has been a bit of a fuss over Arthur this week. He has been trying to get in the army unbeknownst to his parents. But Mrs. T thought his parents ought to be informed about it, so she wrote and told them about him, and he had to go home in hot haste last night. I guess he got in a fine row, but he won't say today. He is as miserable as anything. Really, Will, I never saw such a boy as he is. I'm afraid he's going to the bad. I don't know if Mrs. T will keep him on or not. He says he has to join up in a fortnight, but as he is underage, I suppose his parents could stop him. I don't know whether they will or not. For my part, I hope he does go. He will be a jolly good riddance, for there is nothing but rows and deceitfulness going on where he is. Well, darling, I don't know much more to say now, so we'll close with fondest love and kisses from your loving little girl, Emily.
P.S. Cheer up, darling, and don't worry about me. I am quite all right, only anxious to get your letters. There is good news in the papers. Love from Mum and Dad.
In 1916, sailor Teddy Ashton, a former professional footballer, wrote from HMS Albemarle while stationed in the White Sea off Russian Lapland. In his letters to his sister Gertie in Lancashire, he described the dull routine of life at sea, the harsh climate, and the endless daylight of summer compared to the dark, frozen winters. His words capture how the First World War stretched far beyond the battlefields, showing the loneliness and endurance of sailors serving thousands of miles from home.
Dear Gertie, I have written 2 or 3 times recently, so you may get them together. We have been very busy for the last few weeks and have got through a great amount of work. We are much better off again as regards potatoes and other foodstuffs, for we have had a great quantity of stores. I fancy we shall be here for a time yet anyway. It looks like it with such a quantity of stores aboard. You'll see I am telling you the same things over and over again. At least I know I've told you them once or twice, but everything about is all of a sameness kind of thing. Ships here, there and everywhere now. But soon we shall have a move. That is when we can get through the White Sea. We shall have to look after all the shipping. The snow is fast disappearing now. I came across an article in a paper the other day about this district, and it said that 14 or 15 years ago, bears used to roam around here. But there seems to be nothing around now except in the wild fowl, which are very numerous. I believe salmon are numerous at certain times of the year. The 2nd and 3rd of May we had a terrific snow blizzard. We should have left the ship to go away and do some work on another ship, but we could not get away from our ship, it was so rough. We have no night now. The sun goes down, but it never goes dark. It is eternally daylight. Of course, I told you we have had an entire change round, and I have a new job now, part of the ship. I have not half the time I used to have, but I enjoy the robust work much better, and I get to see much more with working away. We get up at 6:30 and work until 1 o'clock, so we put a few hours in, don't we? That is when we are working away. Did you get the £1 I remitted? Let me know. I have remitted another £3 this month. Let me know if you receive this also. I shall probably send a little more next month or later. Don't hold the paper money. Bank it or keep it by you in gold until I come home. Tell Dad I shall write to him as soon as I can get enough to tell him about. Give my best love to everyone at home. I often think about you all. Yours ever, Ted.
Thanks for watching until the end. Don't forget to subscribe. It really means a lot and keeps me motivated to make more videos.